Does this sound familiar? Hi everyone. In today's video, I'm going to cover one of the top 5 most common faults on these machines, the buzzing coffee solenoid. The first thing I would try is a cleaning cycle. You might get lucky and find that it was just getting a bit sticky inside. If this doesn't do the trick, then you could take it apart and give it a real good clean. But more often than not, you're running on borrowed time, and it's a sign that it will eventually need replacing. So let's remove the lid, take the solenoid out and have a better look. Okay, so it's a good idea to double check now that the machine is actually unplugged at the wall and not just switched off at the machine, as there's still mains voltage running through some parts of the machine. Next, we'll remove that sticky waste pipe and those 3 spade connectors. You don't need to remember which way around the wires go, as this is AC, just remember that the earth is at the bottom. Then you just need to remove the 4 screws holding it in place. It's a good idea to make sure that the machine's cooled down at this stage, otherwise you might get some water spilling out from under the solenoid. If you find that yours looks a little bit like this, then it's worth giving it a clean and trying it again first before going out and buying a new part. I've taken apart this solenoid so you can get an idea of what's inside. 9 out of 10 times that buzzing you hear is down to this part, the plunger. There's a rubber seal on each end and a spring inside. If any of these parts have worn, then the magnet struggles to pull the plunger into place. And the buzzing you hear is actually the plunger that's failing to switch and it's springing back into position. But it's doing this really fast, like at 50 or 60 times per second. Okay, so putting the replacement solenoid back in is pretty simple. I find it easier to put the pins into the seals and then put these into the machine first, otherwise they have a tendency to just fall out. So the official replacement solenoid, as you're probably aware, is quite expensive. But if you're prepared to spend 5 minutes or so taking it apart, you can save a lot of money by just buying the parts that have worn out. I'll leave a link to where you can buy this below in the description. I have one here already, so let's swap over the parts we need. So you might notice that these solenoids don't come with that little plastic seal that you get with the original Breville ones. I have seen these sold separately, but if you've not got one, then a BES910 silicone O-ring should do the job fine. Okay, so with the machine back together, let's give it a test. Sounds great.